When you are younger, you think you're gonna have power forever. You think you are unbreakable. But in football, the demands physically, it's a lot. So you have to manage that. You have to be smart. If you're training 2 hours, you have to recover 2 hours. The most important thing is to have a routine. I know if I sleep good, if my recovery is good or not. But of course, with the Whoop, you are 100% sure.
Our newest launch, it's our Whoop medical grade product.
This is amazing. In my opinion, it's one of the best devices ever in terms of Healthspan. For your body, for your mental strength, is worth it. Make effort in your health. If you want to achieve success, it's the only way.
Great to be with you, brother. Thank you.
Thank you.
So this is an exciting moment for us because today we're going to reveal to you the Whoop MG, which is technology I've been building for 13 years.
Wow.
But is our newest launch. It's our Whoop medical grade product.
Top.
It's about 7% smaller, and it also has a 14-day battery life.
Wow.
3 times the battery life
Very
as
nice.
before. We're coming out with a feature called Healthspan, which is going to tell you your Whoop age. Whoop did all this work to essentially assess, based on your behaviors, your performance, your physiology, what is your actual physiological age versus your biological age? I'll let you reveal it.
I touch here?
Yeah. What does it say?
I don't believe it's so good, eh? 28.9.
So it says you're 28.9.
Yes.
That's amazing. 12 years younger.
Your Whoop age is lower than your chronologic age, slowing excellent health, continue your health behaviors. So this is mean that I'm going to play 10 years more football.
We'll go through the different behaviors within your Whoop age. So here you can scroll. If you scroll up, you can see each of the different statistics and how those are affecting your Whoop age. So we'll start talking about them now because I really want to get into some of your habits that drive your Whoop age. So let's start with your steps. Your steps are making you almost a year younger.
Okay.
So you're getting on average 17,000 steps a day. Does that sound consistent with your behavior and your training?
It's the way I live my life, you know. I'm always move, not only for football, but my daily life too. Spend time with my kids to play with them, to have another activity aside of football.
Yeah.
So make me move a lot. Don't surprise me because I move a lot too.
And your hours of sleep, you've got 70% sleep consistency, which is pretty much the recommended level. You're getting 7 hours and 15 minutes of sleep. Talk a little bit about your sleep routine.
Now, for me, probably sleep is the most important tool that I have because it's the only moment at the day that you can recover and settle everything.
Yeah.
So for me, a great night of sleep, it's the most important thing that probably we have in a life in terms of health span. To be consistent in the time that I go to the bed and the time that I wake up.
Right.
I mean, like example, I go bed around 11:12 there and wake up 8:30. 8:30, 8:45. It's my routine. I don't like when we travel or when we have games at the night. So the body is like shaking a lot at the night. So the quality of sleeping, it's not the same. But you have to balance that to don't make too much difference in my sleeping time. For example, now I try to do it the same, but maybe I'll go 1 hour late to the bed and I wake up 1 hour late as well. So I think the balance is not too different. For example, for you coming from US, the time zone is completely different.
Totally.
You are here in Saudi. For you it's more difficult, you know. But I think it's the most important thing. It's the consistency.
Yeah.
If your consistency is good, nothing gonna have big influence in your health, in my opinion.
And when you travel internationally or you go over, 5, 6, 8 hours of a different time zone, what do you like to do to adjust?
Usually I'm not do that.
Yeah.
But if I have to do it, it's a small amount of time. I'm not gonna spend, for example, in US or big tours that we do in the pre-season in China or Japan, whatever. It's the way that you can adjust, but when I'm travel, I do the long journeys. I'm never been there more than 4 or 5 days. So for me, it's not a big deal. I have opportunity to be and work in the zone that I feel comfortable. But if that happen, I know the way to don't shake too much the body.
Cristiano age 40 versus age 25. Did you know that sleep was that important when you were younger? So you've always been...
When you are younger, you think you're gonna live forever. Yeah. You're gonna have power forever. You think you are unbreakable. But by the age, and I have a great example in the football, because it's the demand physically and body, it's a lot. So you have to manage that. You have to be smart and do things in a different way. So I learned with the time. I learned with my experience, and I adjust year by year the demand of the body. To answer your question, when you have 25 is not the same when you have 30s, especially in the football or eye sports. But I'm still feeling good, and I prioritize recovery and the sleeping.
What have you noticed from using Whoop to improve your recovery?
As I told you, not just because we are a partner of this great company and great tool, in my opinion. It's like a doctor you have in your
doctor on your wrist.
Yes, yeah. And for me, it's amazing because you can control a little bit better. But sometimes it's funny because the people that surround me all the time and physios and our physiology, they say, I know I don't need sometimes to look the Whoop to know how I feel.
Yeah.
Because it's many years of experience, many years of playing high level. I know how I feel, if I sleep good, if my recovery is good or not. And for me, it's very helpful that I have this device and the new one in my...
Yeah, the new one looks good too. You have a few behaviors that seem to really improve your recovery. You track these in the Whoop journal. So compression therapy, when you log doing that, it actually has up to an 11% increase in your recovery. What do you do with compression therapy?
I think it's another tool that you can help in my recover. If you have, and you saw, because you've been in my house 2 times, and you saw that I take care a lot of my recovery, because I think the way you're training, if you're training 2 hours, you have to recover 2 hours. If you're training 3 hours, you have to recover 3 hours. I have a company that we have a few tools as well, recovery tools that help me a lot, not only that way, but we have CryoSport, for example, that they pressure your muscles and in the same time make you joints and muscles cold, and helps a lot. I felt that it's a great tool to recover. I have many tools that help me to be in a good recovery every day.
To be top.
To be in the top level.
Cryotherapy increases your recovery by 7%. Cold shower increases it by 4.5%. So clearly doing cold therapy is helpful for you.
It's a great tool that people should understand, that many people in the world, they have misunderstanding that cold is not good. If you take cold showers or if you do it ice bath, that you're going to be with a fever, which is completely wrong. It's the opposite. More often you do that, less sick you will be.
Totally.
So, but I understand that people have this misunderstanding, because even my wife and my kids, that when the kids go around the house with without shoes, be careful, they're gonna be sick. No, it's not. It's the opposite. But I understand step by step with a good example, I think people start to change the mentality that cold is a great tool.
So back to you being 28 years old on Whoop, your resting heart rate is 44 beats per minute. And in fact, in the last 30 days, it's been closer to 40. So this is giving you essentially 2 years reduction in your age. I'm curious, are there things that you find that help you calm your nervous system or lower your heart rate?
Yes. It's another way of recover. And especially, it's curious that I say to my teammates yesterday that I feel in peace when I arrive in home. Every time. When I go away of home, I don't gonna say that I feel nervous, because not. But I feel that my low stress is not the same. Not high or down, but it's average. But when I arrive in home, my day is completely different. My heart is different. And a part of that, I am with the people who I like it. And then I can recover and be in my world with peace, to do it my sauna alone, my cold therapy, my machines, to be with the family. I think it's moments that make my stress very low. And I think part of that is the heart. They show that I'm completely low stress. That means a lot, because means that you make your body and your mind calm. I think it helps to the heart a lot.
Obviously, exercise is a big part of your life. You spend close to 10 hours a week training, and then an additional, and that's in heart rates zones 1 to 3. And then in 4 to 5, you're spending another hour. So all of this from a Whoop age standpoint is bringing your age down. How do you balance sort of cardio training or sprint training with endurance training?
Part of that, it's my routine relates with football, of course. But a part of that, I have hobbies, as I mentioned before. You have to manage and to find the balance to don't overstress your body too, because too much sport is not good too. So you have to find the balance for that. And I think I have, because one of the things that the people don't take too much attention, it's your mental cognition. It's very important, in my opinion. And if you do your job and at the same time you enjoy to do it other sports with your friends, socialize, I think it's a good part to make your balance right. So I try to find, with my experience, to don't push too much my body when they need to recover, but to find the balance, which is sometimes is difficult. I take care of my body since I started to play football. Now you can tell me, but you treat the same way that you treat 20 years ago. No, but I was there, like take care a little bit of my body. But by the age, I increase a little bit more, because we all of us get old. But I start every year, do something more.
So one other aspect of Healthspan is that we have what's called pace of aging. So what this shows you is at any given period, how much younger, or for some people older, are you trending. Now for you, you're always pretty much below the trend line. So you're pretty much always getting younger according to Whoop. But what's interesting is it went really low in January and February of this year. Is there anything you can think of about your January and February that was more restorative or even healthier?
Probably it's the moment that we have probably more vacation.
A little more rest?
I don't have a specific thing to tell you. This is coincidence, in my opinion, because the way I live my life is always very similar.
Well, we have a big theme with this new technology launch, which is people can now take control of their health, right? There's so much broken about the health system, and now people can have data themselves to take control. And in some ways, that's a wake-up call, right? What for you in your life was a wake-up call where you said, you know what, I have this opportunity to be great?
The moment, it's difficult to tell you. But I think the wake-up call is important, but it's not the key. I think you have to take care a little bit of your body, but without obsession. If you start today, you're going to have benefits in the future. Doesn't matter the time. What is important, it's what you want to achieve.
Yeah.
What you want. You want to live a good life? Yes. I like to drink. I like to eat burger. Okay. You're going to pay the bill in the future.
Right.
I think the most important is to find the balance. Sometimes I can eat a burger or chips. Well, it doesn't matter. And it's important too for your mind too. Sometimes I sleep 2 o'clock in the morning because last night I was in UFC here in Saudi and the main event, it's 2 o'clock. Yes, it's quality of life too. Yeah. But the most important thing, it's the consistency. If you have consistency, you're going to be good in the future, or you're going to be better than other ones in the future. This is my opinion.
I think, and tell me what you think, that the consistency and the discipline is what takes someone who's high talent and makes them truly great. What do you think?
Any sport.
Yeah.
Any job. I think it's part of the life. It's like that. Who told you the opposite? They are not part of this world, in my opinion. If you want to achieve successful, it's the only way.
You've probably seen a lot of footballers, athletes.
I see everything.
Talent.
Everything. Not only sports. Any job.
Any job.
Is the same way. The same. If you are not consistent more than other ones, if you don't do it at something more than other ones, you're never going to be number one like me. I'm joking. So you're never going to be in a high level so many years. You can be 1, 2 years, okay. 20 years, 13 years is impossible. Forget it. If someone tells you the opposite, in my opinion, they lie.
And if someone is having trouble with consistency or discipline, what do you think are techniques, or what kind of encouragement would you give them? Do they need a stronger goal? Do they need a vision for what they can become?
Yesterday I see one thing that make me wake up call. Like sometimes we give so much energy for the situations who don't go well in your life, but you just stop when you have a problem, healthy problem. And your priority, it's the cure to resolve the sickness, that's your problem. Yes. The other things is not important.
Yeah.
And we make everything in the same package to solve so many problems. What sometimes this is not a problem. This is situations of the life, the daily things. And we focus so many things and we forgot to focus the main thing. And I give you the bad example is like when you are sick, you only focus the cure of this problem.
You can have 100 problems, but if you have a health problem, you have 1 problem.
Exactly. So this is what I want to say with that. Focus on your priorities.
Yeah.
You understand? Don't focus so many things. And this is what I learned by the time. And I'm going well with my life. To be honest, enjoy so much more that before. That you start to see the life in a different way, you know, and people, they will find out better soon than late, you know, to try to make the life more interesting.
Being fit is hard. You know, the discipline that you do it takes so much work, but also being out of shape and being sick is hard.
Of course.
And so there's a concept of like, choose your hard, right?
But everything is hard.
Yeah.
The both ways is hard, right?
Yeah.
So why, without obsession, and I'm gonna mention, you say to be like me, maybe in your opinion, the opinion of the old people, even my friends say that I'm sick to live that life. Yeah. For me, it's not a big deal. I do it in a comfortable way, in a happy way. Yeah. For me, is not sacrifice. You say, yeah. Sometimes you don't want to go to the gym. Of course, no. Sometimes I don't go to but I go because I have a compromise with myself. But I'm not go happy every day. You think I'm wake up off the bed every day happy or with my wife or with my kids? Sometimes I'm not, but it's part of our time. We are both the same. We feel this every time. To mention again, the most important thing is to have a routine, consistency, not obsession. Good. Don't be like Cristiano, because Cristiano is crazy. Okay, but 20%, 25%, it's too much.
Yeah, be more consistent.
Yeah, it's a little bit. Come on, make effort in your health. It's makes sense.
Well, look, all of us at Whoop are inspired by you, and I think you have an incredibly important message, not just for the world's best athletes, but for the masses, which is be more consistent in your life, take control of your life, and prioritize your health.
It's not a big deal, in my opinion. It's quality of life for your body, for your mental strength, and it's worth it.
Well, this has been a pleasure as always, and we're honored that you use Whoop as part of this routine.
I use it every day, every single day, and as I told you before, it's a good tool to help your health. And congratulations for your company for that, because it helps me even more, but the society as well want to enjoy in this world of to take care of his health. I think is a great tool to start it, the wake-up call.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you.